Yes.
So I can hear Ganta's phone.
Yes, you can.
Are you
Put
sure
that
you
away.
want
yeah.
the recording to
Run
see
it
that?
again.
Will ya?
I don't care.
Let me see. Let me see.
I,
I want to
I
see.
mean, I kind of do, but whatever.
Oh,
I
my
want the
bad.
recording to see. I want to see.
Shit, my bad.
Let me see.
I can fix it.
I want to see.
Fine.
Just
You can
just
edit
let
it in
them know.
post. You can edit it in post. It's fine.
Fix it in
It's in
post.
post. It's a lot harder, but it's just
I'm like
Edit it out,
Dracula.
Castle.
it's a simple snippet.
Anyway, I'd like to get the show on the road, please. I know we've officially started recording, and I know the first 2 minutes are already us acting like idiots. But, welcome back to Broken Tales, where everyone seems to have kind of derailed into different tales. It's like a rhyme, really badly. Um, this is not only for the people who have decided to actually sit around and watch this, but also for myself. Just a little funny reminder. Leave our good friend here, Nate from Gonto, as he is known here. You're a monk.
Duh. Yep.
You're a monk, and you're also totally not trying to hang out with the 100-armed giants because you figured out that most of them are hilarious and they let you eat each other's arms.
Yes, last time I remember I ate one of their arms, and I am in the process of growing new ones.
Yes. We have good old D20. I believe you're a barbarian.
Yes.
Someone here was multi-class. Wasn't that you with Druid as well?
Mm-mm.
No, he was working with Maui to
Well,
do
that's what I
the
was thinking.
transformations.
I'm going to
TL.
multi-class. I'm going to multi-class.
I
Not
figured
yet,
you were.
though. Yes, I'm a rogue. I am blessed by
And
a
last-
raven.
By the Morrigan. And last but certainly not least, our resident crybaby bard. Damn.
Hi.
Who also, we have discovered, doesn't know music.
I do not know music.
He does not know music. He does not
Do
know
not-
folk music,
do not-
everybody. He
do
did not
not-
know who Johnny Cash was.
Do not play that part
Shame him in the
of me
comments.
taking an entire hour to figure out who the fuck the devil went down to Georgia is.
He didn't know the kid from Devil Went Down to Georgia with the golden fiddle. And he didn't know who Johnny Cash was.
Honestly, I
I
think
knew who
the
Johnny
bigger-
Cash was.
Yeah, it took you a while to figure it out, though.
It took me like 5 minutes.
On him. Chat. Everybody, type L in the
Everyone
comments for
clip that.
Dan. Clip it. Everybody, put L in the comments for Dan.
Just
L,
shut
Dan.
up.
So what I'm understanding,
With his face, and then they're just like, wait, this is what they did originally?
oh, so you know what's really bad? I can already see in the future, at the end of this campaign, we're each going to have a mashup of each time each of us is screwed up, and Dan's is literally going to be the entire 1 hour of the time he did not know what Devil Went Down to Georgia was.
There's
Hey, at
so
least
many
you got over with
guesses.
early.
It hurt. It hurt.
It
Kinda did.
hurt all of
never
us
ever give me
Southerners.
trivia.
It hurt all
Never
of
give
us
me
Southerners.
Trivia.
Trivia, you fuck.
Trivia.
I'm an honorary Southerner.
I
an
said
honorary
trivia.
Southerner.
and
I'm
then
not.
I
I'm
tried to
from
say it
the. I'm
again.
from the north.
Yeah,
I
but
just
I
you're,
was
like
born
Southern.
in the
I like
South.
folk music.
Does that count?
I'm not.
like most people here
No,
are
it
technically from
doesn't
the
count.
north, but they like Southerner music, so it's fine. They're honorary Southerners. I'm the only actual Southerner in the chat in the group.
Honorary.
You're from Virginia. That ain't the same thing.
Damn, we're just doxing
Trust
people
me.
now?
When
the
you're
hell?
when you are from where I am
Yep.
in Virginia, you are.
Racism.
I mean,
Shut up,
I've heard-
Delaware.
I was gonna say I've heard her. I was gonna say I've heard her daddy talk. I know exactly. Yeah, he sounds like a Southerner. Anywho, Accidental doxing aside, I'd like to start
You
with
only
our
know the
campaign,
states where we're
please.
from. It's fine. You'll never find us.
Good luck finding us.
He
Yeah.
might find me. I'm in a fucking small ass state. What the fuck? I'm
Anywho,
the only one ever here.
Not my problem.
yes, that is indeed not our
Hey,
problem.
Gonzo,
Anywho,
do these numbers mean anything to you?
It just said fucking longitudinal coordinates in the sidebar.
no, that's an IP address, and there's a really badly done one.
Yeah.
That doesn't look good.
Dun.
Anywho, so all of you have woken up from your respective rests, naps, what have you.
Whole night in a bowl.
Some of you are in nice, comfortable beds. Some of you are realizing that you're going to need to get a bigger bed. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, dude who's growing extra arms. And, you know, some of you are more tired than others. Now, as you wake up and and you do have to kind of pass by the market before you get to the thing, I will inform you, hilariously, Rumpelstiltskin is back in his spot. He seems to have more items to share. That being said, as soon as he sees you, he then goes like this and goes, "I don't think you have enough money this time, lads."
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
I'll be back.
I guess I have to go sell this bow. Can you try and draw the bow to see if it's worth anything? Like, to see if it'd be good for damage?
It's very good for damage. However, if I recall, you don't have enough strength to draw the thing.
I don't! So, he just completely fail. And
Yeah, just
I
go-
got
it's
this, guys.
useless.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't have the strength for
He
it
hit himself
either.
in the face with the back of the bow.
I think D20 is the only one with the strength to do
Listen,
it right
I'm
now.
the only one with a strength modifier, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Out of all of us.
And I'm not going to be using bows, so.
I'm a monk. I don't need strength.
I'm a
Yeah,
rogue. I also
That checks out.
don't need the. I'm a dex build.
No.
Have I
do you
gotten
know
any
what tale we're
information
going through
from my
next?
father?
No idea.
Your father. No.
You have
I will
We
say
got
that. I will
no
say that in a minute.
missions?
So no
It means
new
the
missions
Outlander.
from your father. However, what you do have is once you reach
Outlander.
the area where they usually transported in and out, Chaos would simply inform you that they don't have anything. They don't have an emergency,
Oh,
which is what they usually have you guys deal with. Instead, you have a choice of a couple of interesting places that you could potentially go to maybe learn a thing or two from, you know, these different places.
which is?
As far
Alright.
as, you know, well, so she said, however, as primordial gods and people of that nature kind of tend to be, she doesn't want to spoil it for you necessarily. As she gestures to what could be described as a Western story, an Eastern story, and something called a story of the deep.
Oh.
It does not go further than that.
So,
So you can essentially
You...
might be. So essentially your choices are, you know, something from the east, something from the west, or something a little bit more esoteric.
I'm down to do the one from the east.
Oh,
Okay.
the east. We can go with it.
Yeah, we can go.
I don't
with
mind.
As long as I
whatever.
get to punch something.
He's like confident to stand for the gods, but he still feels uncomfortable, so he's not gonna share his opinions.
That's fair. So sounds like we're going with a very eastern story then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
Great.
I will inform you, like out of character, just so that it's not a complete shock. Obviously, not all of these come from actual mythology and whatnot. Some of them may come from different kinds of tropes.
Mhm.
You know, why am I letting you know this? Like it's going to be a problem. Well, that is simply due to the fact that because the kind of story that you're dealing with from the East is not necessarily one story. It's kind of a trope that's been showing up, especially as of recently. However, if you're any well versed in any sort of, especially Chinese comics, you might know what kind of story you're dealing with. As you arrive in the middle of what you could very easily describe as an incredibly oriental, um,
Oriental.
sorry, very oriental nation. You're not entirely sure which one. Being as being as historically all, Korea, South Korea, Japan, and China have been known to steal from each other in terms of ideas and cultures and whatnot. So it is a little hard to kind of figure out. However, let's see, all of you can roll an intelligence check to see if you can recognize the language being spoken.
I might recognize it.
Okay, what'd you roll?
I got an 18.
18.
And which just an intelligence check.
Intelligence check, yes.
So we got +0. Let's do this, gang. 16.
20.
No modifier.
Actually,
All right,
I'd be
so
11.
despite the fact that, and before anyone complains about this, if anyone decides to shout out in the comments, yes, I'm aware that Riki Tembo is not an actual Chinese story. I'm aware of this.
Rebecca, Riki Tiki Tembo?
No, you're not. The reason why I'm stating this is because you do recognize that you're in China. You recognize the language. You can hear the people speak Chinese, which is a language you've at least come to identify.
Okay.
And so, there is this kind of interesting idea that, to an extent, you have heard the language being spoken before. As far as to where you are exactly, you're not entirely sure. Though, let's see. I think the only person who might be able to do this is actually Gotham. Roll an intelligence check, because considering who your godly patron is at the moment, you're the only one that might be able to read the language.
I got a 19.
Okay. It seems that the Monkey King has done more than just, it seems that he's done more than just leave you with the ability to use a staff and fight in hand-to-hand combat. As well, you realize you can read the language. Now, oddly enough, and kind of annoyingly, the names of towns and whatnot are not, you don't read them as names. You read them as, like, their legitimate translation of, like, what their name would be if they were written out, so to speak, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So in this case, what you read as the place you're currently standing in is something called Yellow River's End.
Yellow's River's End. I'll relay that to the rest of the party.
Okay.
Noted.
Noted.
I don't know where exactly we are, what exactly we're supposed to be doing here, but it looks like something to do with the Yellow River, but I ain't too bright up in cranial.
So, just for the record, funny trivia. Yellow River is the main. It's like
Main
the
river?
Mississippi, but to China,
Ah.
Yeah, the Boa Sea.
because I can't pronounce the actual Chinese because I don't speak it,
Or
but
Bohai.
the name the name literally translates as Yellow River. So you're kind of at one of the ends of the river, is what you know. However, what you also notice is that around you there are, this is a very normal village. They don't seem to notice you immediately, at least not the way that you're, not what you're wearing and things, that would potentially cause
Problem.
alarm, right? But they seem to be rather. It's the right word to say here. Passive over your. I guess you could say passive in terms of your. Not appearance, but
Weaponry?
over you. More of just existence.
Okay.
It's almost like the primordial gods have done something to kind of not have them notice you as much, because apparently that would cause trouble. You're not sure why yet, though.
Oh.
As you're kind of walking around, slowly the magic that allows you to understand most tongues begins to kick in, and all of you begin hearing offers for different sort of medicinal, well, what you assume to be medicinal objects. Hear ye, I have here a pill that will make you as strong as 10 men. I have a pill that will keep your eternal youth. Like, it's all these sort of, like, kind of snake oil style, like, callings of different things. And however, when asked, what you could see people stopping and asking them, where did you get it? They would state it comes from sect alchemists. Not that you're entirely sure what that means. As you're kind of still, like, walking around and seeing more of this area, like this idea of like sect alchemists seems to be a really common thing, as everyone seems to know what everyone's talking about whenever that's mentioned. A lot of that being said, the one thing that you do notice is you hear one guy eventually heading down the road. You hear, "I have a potion of immortality." As soon as those words come out of his mouth, you see like 3 people armed. They look like guards. Come out of a building and beat the ever living snot out of them.
Can I give him depression?
Who?
The dude is selling fake drugs.
No, there's like 20 people selling fake
Oh,
drugs.
there's 20 people of them? Okay, I thought it was only one of them. Never mind.
And,
So
and I never
probab-
said they were. And I'd like to point out, I never
Problem
said they
with
were
that.
fake drugs.
Yeah.
What I said was they were calling as if they were selling snake oil style drugs. I never said they were fake. If you know what kind of media you're in, you would know that there is an actual possibility that what they're talking about is an actual thing.
Yeah. That was gonna be what I was gonna say to you, Dan. Is that it's entirely likely that they are what they're selling is actually true.
Yeah.
Well, at least to some extent.
I'm gonna go to the dude that just got
I
beat
have
up.
no clue.
So, yeah.
I'll follow.
Guards finish beating him up, and this guy's like, he doesn't look like an old man, like in the sense of like someone in like their 80s, but they definitely look like maybe they're mid 40s. My bad, not mid 30s, mid 40s, early 50s. They look older than most people, right?
What did this potion look like?
Potion looks like it looks like an unmarked. It looks like an unmarked water bottle, honestly.
I mean, like the liquid.
Kind of
Can I
this
pick-
sickly green color.
Can I pick up the bottle and hand it back over to him?
Yeah, you can. Not that there's many left. You find that there's only one because in the midst of beating the snot out of them, they also kind of destroyed all of the other, as many of the bottles as they possibly could.
Hmm.
And so he kind of looks around and he goes, "What do you want?
We're
You here to
just
tell
try-
me that my stuff's a scam too?"
No.
No, would
We-
never.
We just trying to help.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, we don't cause much harm. Like, we don't cause
That's
harm.
what. Right. You actually seem to believe that. That's interesting. You must be fools.
I wish I was a fool.
I just wanted to help you. I don't like seeing
we
people
still
get beat
blissful.
up. I mean, you'll probably have to make more of
Anyway.
your potions. I think they broke most of them. Save the one he
Of
gave
course
back
they
to
did.
you.
He looks up. Well, the reason why they do this is because I don't exactly come from the same sect as they do. My sect doesn't exist anymore, so I can't exactly just tell them that I work with one, even if it is true.
Oh.
Really?
What happened?
What happened to yours?
It was destroyed.
By
Some
who?
people were jealous of my... I don't know. I had gone once when I was younger, taking a life of revenge and justice, but, well, he kind of looks down. You see how that turned out.
Hmm.
Mhm.
It ended up being inconclusive. I couldn't find the monsters that did this to me.
Hmm.
So I settled for what I could. But here I am, trying to make some sort of living based off of the knowledge that I remember. I mean, what's worse? He holds up one of his last potions. It's not that I'm necessarily lying when I call them immortality potions. They do give immortality, it's just... well, not the sort that they're thinking of.
What kind of immortality does it give then?
Well, he thinks about it for a moment. You sort of look like foreigners, I guess. Would it be wrong to assume such?
Not
I'm a traveling
entirely.
bard around these places, so I go everywhere.
Then, are you aware of the haunted desert up north?
I am not.
Oh.
No.
Don't
Well,
think so.
If you must know, the issue with the problem with the haunted desert is that not just anyone can go in and expect to just live. And so you need something a little bit more. He thinks about it for a moment. Hefty in order to go into a place like that. And well, the issue with that is most people who go up there tend to die very quickly. However, with my potion, you're able to actually survive quite a long time up there.
Why is it
Well,
like
it is-
poison?
Well, not exactly. Okay, why is my voice going to Doofenshmirtz? That's not what I'm trying to get at here.
So where's your innators?
No. Well, not exactly. The area is clouded in a sort of, I guess you could call it a fog of sorts. A fog that causes any who enter to, well, for the lack of a better word, begin to die slowly from the inside out.
So
Oh,
they
dear.
suffocate.
No, it's not exactly suffocation. It's more of the soul than anything.
So degradation?
That might be one way to call it, yes. I never really thought of a term for it. But with my potion, your soul stays separate from your body for some time. And so you're able to go in for a limited amount of time. So I'm not lying when I call it a potion of immortality. Heck, if you die, your soul can just go somewhere else. Just not in the heavens with the gods. So once again, it's not a lie. It's just not completely, can't exactly
That's not what
explain.
they're looking for.
No,
Can I ask
it's
a
not.
question?
Sure, what is it?
How much are these potions of yours?
I don't have. Here, have it for free. I don't have any more. And by the time I have the ingredients to make more, I'd rather just be dead.
Are you sure?
This is kind of all I had left.
So I take the potion.
Where would you like some assistance in acquiring all the materials again?
Right, like you could do that.
We could try.
I mean, we can do many things.
The look on Dan's face is fully just, I'm not joking.
Yeah, we're not joking.
Hmm?
yes.
Look on my face?
No, you have to remember his character's name is.
Oh!
Yeah.
My character's name is Than.
Oh, I thought you said Dan, and I was like,
no,
what?
man.
No,
No,
Than.
Dan.
Than. TH.
Let's stand
Than.
out and look for clues. I hate
Yeah.
myself.
So Dan's character just immediately died. No, I'm joking.
Drink the
So
potion.
do you drink the potion?
No, he's not drinking the potion yet, because he's been told
Okay.
this separates your soul from your body.
Yeah. So the old man just goes, in order to do something like that, you'd have to be an alchemist. It's the only way you can properly extract the ingredients.
I wonder how this
Alright.
potion would work on us, since we
I
can do
know
this.
I know this guy. The name is Lim.
He would kind of like pull out a tiny bit of his own soul.
You sure about that?
Not
Are you-
drinking the potion or anything. He's just pulling out a tiny bit of his own soul.
I know.
Just
I'm
like
still
Colin.
asking, are you sure you want to do that?
He'll do it, but if any motion happens, he's immediately gonna put it back inside himself.
Well, you're probably going to, because I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, he's having a trauma response.
Yeah, that's a stat that I've actual shit in. Unnat 20.
An unnatural 20?
Yeah, unnatural 20.
Not bad, not bad. Okay, so with an unnatural 20, you are very quickly able to realize that, well, your, how do I put this? Whenever anything happens to your soul, you immediately kind of get a bit of a mental flashback. And unfortunately, for all of you, you have not lived long enough to have a lot of things to think about. Why is this important to mention? Well, do you recall, Dan, the whole joke about your character is that you're one of the few things that have actually managed to see their own creation. Yeah, you're re-witnessing your creation again, Bucko. Are you really sure you want to do this?
I mean, it's already happening.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Roll a wisdom save to see if you go catatonic.
Not again. He just.
You want me to
No.
roll it again?
Not again.
You want me to roll again? Or
What did you roll?
remember I rolled the unnat 20.
Just now?
No, you're
No, that
rolling
was
again.
the first
Before.
roll. Do you
That
want
was-
to roll
that was the
Yeah,
first
that was
one.
my first roll. I'm asking if you want me to roll again.
Yes.
Okay.
Now what?
13.
Okay. You did experience it again.
Wait, no,
It
14.
hurt. Okay, you did experience it again. It hurts your heart, but it doesn't. You don't feel anything of it, but you do kind of hold a pretty sizable chunk of your soul.
He's just kind of standing there with his soul out, and like he's just completely just standing still, both his eyes open, just straight up looking. He looks. If anybody goes up to him and like tries to shake him out of it, he will just stand there still. And if anybody tries to go in front of him, he'll just look right past them, like he's looking at an abyss.
He's got the 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah,
going.
he's basically got the
Yeah.
1,000-yard stare going. But I would not recommend looking at him.
So the old man kind of looks up, older man kind of looks up and goes, "Is he okay?"
We're just
No.
gonna
Where's the
leave
old
him
man?
alone
I have
for
to
right
ask.
No, he's not.
He's not.
I see.
He's not, and just let him be. He'll be
Don't look
fine.
at him. He'll wake up in a minute.
He'll be okay later.
Where is the old man, and where is he looking? Is he looking anywhere at me?
He is looking at you, but more like not at your face, just kind of like generally looking up and down.
Okay.
He then shakes his head, but yes, you will need to be an alchemist in order to extract the ingredients properly. And last I checked, you don't seem to be that sort. You seem to be those sort of people.
You'd be surprised what we can do.
Would I know?
Yes.
May I
Okay.
ask a question, sir?
Well, at this point, I've got nothing better to do.
Are you implying that since the bottle is the last thing you have that you just gave to him, he gestures without looking, he gestures to Tan's character.
Mm-hmm.
So the bottle
Look
you
at
gave
him.
to him, no, he's not gonna, because he doesn't want to look at you because you're freaking yourself out.
Just
Yeah,
standing there.
So he
Thanks,
is
Henry.
going to. He's like, so that's your only thing you have left to your name, and you're giving it to him.
It is. Is that so much? Is that a problem for you?
Not a problem. I'm just more questioning what are you gonna do? Because you said, well, by the time you already get you get all the materials to make more, you want to already be dead. So I'm kind of concerned at what you're planning here.
His eyes widen. Oh, please! I'm not one of those. Honor has long since left any idea of anything I want to do. No, I'm not like those. I'm not like those people who decide that in order to regain whatever honor I have left, I have to kill myself. That's ridiculous.
He just thumbs up. Cool. Just wanted to check.
So where are those materials that you
Figured
said?
Yeah. You. Right. First things first. You're going to have to. He then his eye. He kind of blinks his eyes and he goes, "Oh, you're not exactly." It's almost like he just realized that Dan has the ability to pull his soul out of his body without any harm. And he then realizes all of you are the same.
Ah,
To which he goes, "You," pointing at Than.
yeah. What's up?
Do you mind sitting down with me?"
Not at all.
He kind of gestures in front.
I said,
He grabs a hold of both of your arms, and he takes a deep state of meditation, to which you could feel it. I don't need you to roll, but the others, if you want to observe, if you want to figure out what the heck is going on, you might be able to figure out what this
we
weird
rolling?
old man
What
is
we
doing.
rolling?
This would be an Arcana check.
he's
I'm
touching
still
me.
gonna roll, 'cause he's still paying attention. He's just more like thinking about shit.
That is.
He's lost in his own world. That one.
That is a 15 plus
That
That is
is a
a
0.
16.
natural 20.
Right? No, but wait, what did you get, Dan?
A natural 20 again because I rolled
Okay.
a 19 and a +0 intelligence, but a jack of all trades just allows me to get a +1.
So, well, no, yeah, sorry, kind of check. So, you guys immediately realize that what this guy is doing is some sort of weird, like, you can't call it chakra. It's more like ki. But it's not ki
Oh.
that many of you are familiar with. He's essentially throwing energy through his, like, through his body, circulating it, and then pushing it out towards Ganta and then having it come back. Kind of how you would describe like a circuit, like an electrical circuit, and someone just added on like a light bulb or something,
Okay.
right? So Ganta, you feel like this energy coursing from like your arm, it courses through your body. Now, you do notice a very fundamental difference. With him, it seems to go through his body, but it goes through certain parts of his body.
Chakra points,
Places
yeah.
that you would identify as his head, his brain, his heart, his stomach, and like his knees or something like that. Right? You identify that it goes through certain parts. That does not happen to you. Your whole body is one big point before it just goes through and then comes back to him. And he kind of like jolts in surprise, and he's just like, "Can I?" And he's like, "Young lady, can you?" And he kind
Yeah,
of just
sure.
gestures for
And she
you to
sits
sit
down.
All of us are the same.
So he does the same thing, and sure enough, same concept. Your whole body is one big point. Whereas him, he's got like several, the very small ones, and he goes, "Unbelievable. It's like you're just vessels for power. This is
Yep.
intriguing."
I hate to inform you, that's exactly what we are.
Yep.
Should we be telling him this?
Who cares?
Who cares?
John is
I-
awake. Should we be telling him this?
It's fine.
Typhon comes back to his distance and
What's the
puts his
negative?
soul back in his
What-
body.
what's the worst that could happen?
Touche. Let's do
I
it.
mean, he is the last. You did say you're like the last of your sex, so no one will believe you. So, consequences be
No,
damned.
you're absolutely correct. He kind of gets up and he's shaking. Like,
Whoa, Bessie.
this is-
Whoa, Bessie, chill.
this is exactly what I needed. And he starts running off with more energy than a man his age should definitely do, especially if he's as decrepit as he seems. After he turns the corner into an alleyway, he stops, sticks his head back out, and goes, "Well, what are you waiting for? Come follow me."
I'll-
Oh, okay.
Follow him
I'll,
after
I'll,
Off we
this.
go.
I'll
What
jump.
an
I'll
adventure.
jump up and follow him.
I don't know what's
Wait,
going
off
We
on.
we
Back
go.
to
go
we
to
can
the
help.
wild blue yonder, flying high to the sun.
Copyright.
So,
I love you,
it's
I love
so
you,
he's-
I
I didn't really care.
And he
Also
and he
that.
sung it.
And he
He sucked.
sung it horribly because he sucked.
That is
under
correct.
fair use laws, it is technically considered a parody, so he's fine. Regardless, so you follow him in, and you follow him into this alleyway, and just twists and turns and all sorts. But then you finally reach what you could only describe as a freaking shack. It's obviously his house. However, he goes to the back of his shack. He starts ripping up boards, and he pulls out a strong box, to which he then opens it, and inside are a bunch of scrolls. He goes, "I cannot believe that I have to use these again. In all of my 200 years of living, I never thought I would have to do this again."
You're 200 years
Glad
old?
to be a reason for you to pull something out.
Yes, I'm not
Oh.
as yes, I'm not very young.
So, do you just use your own potion to go into other people's bodies to live eternally?
Incorrect. I don't do that. That's actually a crime. No,
Yes,
I've
be-
created this body.
possession.
I've created this body as a perfect imitation of my old one, but I've been running out of materials, and honestly, I missed my opportunity to
Make another.
Be
act
reborn.
when I should have. Yes.
Ah.
And so now I'm stuck. But with you, as he turns around and waves a waggly finger, and he's like, with you as my potential disciples, I could get away with it before my life ends.
You mean
I'm
find
intrigued.
stuff to make your new body?
And to remake my potion. And finally give me back the strength that I need in order to properly move my sect and have a proper legacy. As a master of my caliber should.
I eagerly await to
Can
see
we
what you'll
get
have
your
us do.
name or?
Oh yes, that's
Yeah, what's your
introductions
name?
of it, I guess, before we do anything else.
He kind of stands for a second. What did this one go by?
Has it been a while since you had a name?
What is your original name?
Oh, well,
If you can't remember this one.
Well, it's a bit odd for people to. I'm not some great alchemist. I can't exactly explain that I'm immortal, and so that could obviously cause problems. So I usually switch my names around, but well, that in and of itself comes with its own issues.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess I'll have to. He kind of scratches the back of his head. Okay, I will use the name. He kind of looks around for a minute. Now the word that comes out of his mouth is going to be very strange because once again, Ganta, you're going to hear something very different than what everyone else hears.
Yeah.
Ganta, what you hear him say is something along the lines of, like, hold on, I have to look up if the word I'm talking about.
It's very awkward being a cheerful rogue.
So
Never be
the-
awkward. Cheerful rogues are awesome.
So the word you're going to hear, Ganta, the words rather, because it's more than one, that you're going to hear is strong fist. Everyone else, you hear him call himself, Qian Quan. So he literally calls himself Strong Fist in Chinese, right? So he explains that, he used to have a large. So he explains that a sect is a school of sorts.
Mhm.
It's school, monastery of people who use their bodies for alchemy, which is why he was testing whether or not you were capable. However, as he very quickly found out, you are way more than capable of using alchemy within your bodies because your whole body is a generator, whereas for normal humans, okay, how do I put this? To put this in terms of like batteries and all this other crap, right?
We can recharge and we can sustain a lot. Well, they have to
Y'all-
change the
are
amount
you-
of
Okay, everyone knows what an alternator is, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all are walking alternators while everyone else is a battery. So long as you continuously use ki, it will just keep going. Of course, there comes the. However, he does inform you that while your spirits are powerful, your bodies are not strong enough to withstand the amount of power you can use. It's like a alternator in a really, really. It's like having an alternator meant for like a Ferrari or something really powerful like that, but you stuffed it in a. But you like stuffed it in the back of your like
Sedan.
Prius.
And
Like you stuffed it in a Prius.
uh,
You're not entirely sure what to do with it.
Worthless.
Mr. Guy, can't you make us new bodies then?
Well, that's what we'd have to start with. We'd have to strengthen your bodies first.
We wouldn't be making them. We would be just honing our current bodies, yes?
Well, yes, I don't know where your bodies came from. They're certainly not normal. But whoever made them incredibly malleable. It's astounding.
We came from an oven.
The god?
You
No.
came from a what?
Don't.
The gods, yeah.
Ovens.
He's gonna kind of like
music down there.
he's gonna kind of like give you this kind of look and says, "Okay, I
No
perhaps
question.
when the gods are involved, perhaps it is best not to."
Doesn't
It's
matter.
just-
They allowed us to be here.
Doesn't matter.
They're the
We're
ones
not being
who
here.
told us to come here.
And so he then begins to explain that the first thing you have to do is train. And so he says, I will teach you the best and fastest way to train your bodies, but it may not be pleasant. I warn you."
Okay.
It's gonna fucking handsome Squidward me. I want more
Most things
charisma.
are.
Look at boom, boom, boom.
I look forward to it.
Okay.
Then let's do it.
Let's do it.
So he begins to kind of lead you out of his little shack, and he leads you towards what you could only describe as this kind of ominous looking forest of sorts.
Oh yeah, what are the
After a
scrolls
bit,
for?
you actually come so he is carrying that strong box, by the way. Once again, despite his what he described to be rather advanced old age, he seems to be quite strong for someone who's potentially 200 years old. He
Motherfuckers are saying the older he gets, the stronger he is. Same thing with Viltrumites.
What the fuck is a Viltrumite? What the fuck you mean saying?
neither.
As Guardian too.
Neither. In theory,
He's been grinding slimes for 300 years.
in theory, he could reach an existence that's worse than both of those, but he wasn't given the chance, to put it bluntly. Questions and jokes aside, his he kind of seems to like he kind of bobs and weaves through this forest, and you're managing to follow behind him. However, you get to this area that you can only describe as it looks kind of like what you would describe as a reservation, like a nature reserve kind of area, except it seems to be guarded by people. As he approaches, you see one of the guards walk up and go, "Halt! State your business." And he goes, I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm just attempting to cross the forest with some companions." "Oh, can it, old man? We know who you are. You have no right being here. Your sect was destroyed years ago. You have no students."
Can I give them the pressure?
And he looks-
I
he
hate
looks
to
back and-
interrupt.
He looks
you.
back and sees. He's like, "Oh, you've managed to trick. Not only have you managed to trick people young enough to potentially be students, but foreigners on top of that. You really went low this time."
Can I give him depression?
How do you plan on giving him depression?
Playing a really sad. I'm basically in the fucking Mr. Krabs tiny violin tone.
Mm,
Smiling.
Look at that.
With
it's like the world's
what
smallest
instrument?
violin on my fingers. I lost the bowstring.
with what instrument?
I mean, I do have a guitar. I don't know if that'll work.
Okay, you're gonna whip out your guitar and play a violin song, essentially,
I'm gonna
Well,
try do a parody of it.
right? Roll performance then.
You better, man.
As for you, Ganta, you were hoping to interrupt to say what?
Literally just, I hate to interrupt, but we have joined and we're willing to learn from him. I don't really know what the problem is with his sect being destroyed, or what relevance that has at this point for him to cross a forest.
Oh, please. Without him having a proper set, he cannot register amongst the set, amongst all of the sects that we have here, which means you cannot register to go within. You cannot register to go within the bestiary to properly train, and therefore you are left with whatever country bumpkin lie he has given you.
Can I
Do you
Okay.
understand the
Can I
gravity of your
stealth
situation
at this
now?
point and like sneak up behind this guard and essentially like be like up at his back with like my dagger at his throat and be like, "We are his students, and you're going to let us pass."
I'm trying to give him the impression so he lowers his guard.
Well, there's two of them, isn't there?
Yeah, there are two guards.
Does
So
my
what?
So
What
you do
performance work?
you give one of them depression and you
Yeah, I'll take
put
the
the
other
knife to the
one.
other one's throat.
All right, so roll. So TL, I do need you to roll stealth. I will tell you that disadvantage, however.
At
There
disadvantage.
is another person around.
Okay.
It's for a
Well-
different reason, but you'll see.
Okay.
It's because he's a guardian of us of the forest.
That's fine.
That's why.
Even at disadvantage, that's an 18 stealth.
Okay.
No, sorry,
18
19
stealth.
stealth.
You
Sorry,
are
19
capable
stealth.
of. Okay, good. So 19, you are capable. You are very much capable of just. You're gone. They don't notice you. They're not talking to you. You manage to go behind one guy. However, you do notice the other guy is currently kneeling on the ground in a fetal position, crying about something along the lines of, "My dear Lyra, why have you left me?"
Oh no!
Oh, Jesus.
Oh Jesus!
Can
Yes.
I pat the crying one's back as I walk by? Just walk past them and just, you got that, buddy.
Can I go behind him and can I play I'm a freak? I'm a weirdo.
Yeah. So I'll just sneak up behind
Okay.
Get
him.
up
The one
along
guy that's still like
here.
being mean to us and just like put the dagger to his throat and be like, "You're just gonna let us
So
pass
that-
at this point, guy. You're just gonna let us pass."
That guard is gonna look at you and go, "Fine, you've shown yourself at least somewhat physically capable. Though, do you mind lifting whatever curse you have on my partner?"
Oh, we don't know how to do that.
That's his own depression.
That is
That's his own depression, my friend.
How do I do this?
you can't. You gave
Roll
him. You
as
gave him
they-
what you have, friend.
Roll wisdom.
Me?
Yes,
Yeah.
you. You might
Look at me
technically
rolling
gain something
wisdom.
from this if you pass, but it also might be a bit of a problem.
22.
Okay, congrats. You have an ability now. It's called Break Depression.
Take
Now-
that,
That's my own
depression.
depression?
Now, no, it does not work on yourself, and it does not work on long-standing chronic depression. However, for temporary depression that you have granted on someone, it does work.
Ah, so you can make as many people
Create and
depressed as you
destroy
want.
depression.
And the bad thing about this?
What's the bad thing about this?
You said it might be something bad too.
No, you said it might be something bad too.
No, the bad thing is if you failed.
Oh, okay.
The bad thing that it would be if you failed, and if you had failed, you would have been just as depressed as he was.
So him normally.
So can I like pull down my guitar, like, and can I just play like a guitar riff?
This is how he breaks the depression.
Weezer.
What?
No, sleep down.
How I'm understanding this is I have to play a sad song to make him depressed, and I have to play an energetic song to make him not depressed.
Sort of, yeah, and that's kind of how I'm thinking about it as well, to an extent. As you, yeah, we'll go with that just because it's really funny. you play something and it's energetic and he feels better now, and he's just kind of like, thank you, but would you really have to bring back such a horrible memory?
Oh, I have horrible memories of my own.
I'm sure you do. I'm so sorry, my friend. And meanwhile, the other guard's like, keep it together.
It's
Fine.
I'll
We'll
pat him
let
on the
you-
back.
Fine, we'll let you in.
Yay!
Just imagine my guy has walked past already. He's like, oh, one guy down? Bye bye. That's Sick Tails playing the doctor's list. Bye bye.
And so, you manage to get in as the strong fist once again he just kind of sighs and goes, I was really not expecting that to work. Thank you.
Anytime.
problem.
Never say never.
So, walking in, you guys very, very clearly see that you are in what you could describe as a,
I'd like to say Typhon always has one eye closed. Always has one eye closed. Usually, right now both of eyes are open.
Uncharted territory, bros.
So you go in, and sure enough, it looks like kind of like what you would imagine a forest to look like. I mean, not really sure what else you could call it, really. Right? But he kind of seems to dodge around certain areas. It's like he's trying to avoid something.
Okay.
He goes, okay, you must be careful here. In here lies spirit beasts. It is said that if
Spirit
you just-
beasts.
Yes. It is, it is rumored, supposedly, that if you were to defeat these so-called spirit beasts, that you would gain their power. It's
Could we
somewhat
train-
true.
could we
These
like
babies have
tame
emotion?
them to work for be like our companions if we beat
Some of
them?
Some of them are capable of doing such, but I really wouldn't try it.
Understood.
These spirit beasts have emotions?
Some of them do, not all of them. Though they do tend to get quite angry.
So which one are we fighting first?
I can agree with them on that one.
Well, it's not that necessarily you're fighting one over another, per se. It's more of... I kind of
Which
think for a
one
moment.
finds us first?
We're hoping to find one that is something that you can handle. If that makes any sense.
I mean,
I got
I have
you.
this bow. I
You're
know it
not
does
None of you
something.
can draw.
strong enough to pull.
He says very aggressively that none of you can draw except for me.
He just said I remember he's saying after I don't know what it does. It's just a bow to him.
Right. He kind of Strong Fist looks a little shocked that you would have something like that, something that's obviously rather powerful in the hands of those who can use it, but in the hands of
Someone like him.
someone like you is useless. It kind of irritates him. You can definitely see on his face that he's just like, why the fuck do you have that?
He tried to pull the bowstring back again, hitting himself in the head with the top of the bow this time.
Someone take that bow away from him before he snaps the string.
I'll
I'm
take
not
it,
too
but I'm
worried.
not gonna use
It's
it.
fine.
That's
Just hold
fine.
on to
I'm
it
just
before
more
he
worried
breaks
about the
it.
condition of the bow.
He's making sure not to break it. He's just trying to
I will tell
Oh.
you this: every time you dry fire a bow, it is not good for the bow.
No, it really is. That
He's
being
not-
said,
he's
this
not
thing.
even
That is why.
pulling
That
it.
is why he is saying
That's
this.
the best part.
That being, I will point out though, this thing is so well built that you could probably dry fire it like several hundreds of times and it'll be fine. Not that I would recommend it, but you could get away with it. Is kind of what I'm trying to say here.
You could get away with it with some people. However, the people that are currently around you, no.
So he kind of walks you by, and you see a herd of I don't know what to call them. I guess you could call them small wildebeests.
Hmm.
Like, I say this because they're not lithe and graceful like, say, deer, but they're definitely not. But they're definitely not huge like what you would imagine a wildebeest to look like.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I got you.
Entire time.
So can we fight those ones? It's just.
He goes, no. There is also the fact that as your well, technical instructor, I am also required to inform you that this would also be a test of control. You see, a proper hunter does not simply kill to kill. They only kill when it is absolutely necessary.
They kill for
what-
necessities.
Exactly.
Boring.
And so we do the same here. Would you purposely disrupt the order of things just for some petty weak spirits that would end up being useless to you?
No.
Or would you rather that nature takes more of its course and that it feeds onto the stronger creatures that you're going to be needing?
I prefer to be feeding to the stronger creatures, but
I don't like that analogy. It reminds
You guys
me
have
of the
big
gods.
words. You use the
Well,
words.
There's unfortunately, if the gods disturb you, then we learned from somewhere, didn't we?
yep.
You know, he rather poignantly points out. To which he goes, I do not know what sort of quarrel you have with your gods, but I can assure you. I can assure you that you will have much to learn, and maybe perhaps one day
Is he looking at me?
you may, not particularly, no, and maybe one day you may learn to be better than them.
Just tell me if he's ever looking at me.
Oh, I'm going to point this out. He has a habit of not looking at you directly in the face, mostly because he's seen that you're kind of unstable anyway.
Like a crack
Lol.
addict, you don't want to look him in the eye.
Lol.
He
Well,
just
it wouldn't
sees
be
it
good
as
for
a
any
not
of you
a,
to look me in the eyes.
None of us
yeah,
look you in
especially
the
not the
eyes
eyes.
because we all know you're unstable.
I don't even look at you as
But
a
I
person.
look at you, and I am shamed.
Anyway, to which he then goes on. So let's look for something a little bit more suitable for each of you. So all of you are welcome to roll, whatever checks you think is necessary to detect Arcana, Nature, Investigation, Perception, whatever the heck you guys feel like. As long as it's some sort of like method of detection.
I don't think
You
it
might
matters
be
because all
able-
my detections are +0. I got a 19.
Cool.
It matters for me though, because my perception is high, because I am a monk.
If you want me to specify, I'll pick one, but
It doesn't. Okay, it kind of does matter which one you pick because that might.
I'll probably do
might-
investigation then. That'd probably be
Okay,
good.
because it might. Each thing will show you something else.
Whoa.
Do perception.
Okay, so we got two people doing perception, one person doing investigation.
know,
I
you
will
said Arcana was an
probably
option?
do perception.
Okay.
You said Arcana was
You
an
will also
option?
be doing- Yes, Arcana was an option.
Okay, I'll do Arcana.
Okay, so we got one person doing Arcana, one person doing perception, and one person doing investigation. Tail, what are you doing?
I'm doing perception.
All right, you are also doing perception.
19 plus. I got a 22.
21 perception.
A nat 20.
Okay.
Getting a lot of those lately. All hail the jack of all trades skill. +1 to all checks.
Okay.
So what do we get?
So, for the one who rolled investigation, what you find is, your character's kind of a big dude, right?
Yeah. Very much is.
Would you go on to say that your character's kind of I don't know how to say this correctly.
Don't say. Ask if he's a bear. I will cry.
No, actually, I was actually going to say something more along the lines of, would you consider him kind of a bit of like an ogre in terms of like,
Probably.
strength?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, as you're kind of like looking around, you're thinking about, there's a lot of things going through your head. There's okay, what kind of creature would match me? And you think, those are the words going through your head. At some point, the idea of a creature that could match your strength or surpass it even would be suitable for you. You did. The idea of a bear did come up, but then you kind of thought of the connotations of like, it's got, do you really feel like dealing with something that bites like that? That's kind of annoying, like,
Yeah.
then, and then you're like, okay, yes, I'm a big brute, but I'm not an idiot. Like you want
1d20 for Silverback Gorilla.
Gorilla.
Let's see it.
That's
D20.
immediately what came to my mind.
Just ripped it. Anyway, what am I seeing? What's coming up?
So what seems to be, as you put it, coming up is what you can only describe as this kind of like, well, so out of character, are you aware of how most Japanese depict orcs?
Oh,
And I've seen
okay.
reference images. I don't remember them off the top of my head though.
So I guess if you wanna base them, if you wanna another term from popular media for what you are seeing, you're essentially seeing piglins.
Oh, I have. Yes, I know. Yes, I do.
English?
Okay. I think I could beat that guy up.
Right. So, well, you're seeing like these large, like humanoid pig things. Right? And they kind of seem to work together in small groups. It's kind of like what you would imagine if, like, say, if like, it's kind of like if a gorilla and a boar had a weird baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's this big hulking like thing that kind of stands on its 2 feet, but also has a habit of like moving with its arms. But it's also like its fur is not like that, and that fur is like that really rugged hide that you swear could be bulletproof.
Does it look more
And
like
it
a
has, and it has like tusks, like angry red tusks.
This guy, I want to kill him.
I got this, guys. I hope you know I have no physical attacking spells.
Well, I think that's what
I mean,
that's
except
what
for, like,
that's
I'm all
that's what
physical.
D20 sees. That's what John sees. That's not what the rest of us see.
I feel like sleep is my only chance.
Do you?
No, no.
Okay.
So
Dan, it's
I'd
not
like to
ours.
point
That's
out-
not ours.
That's not ours.
I'd like
I
to
know.
point out you guys all see it, but it's not like
That's not mine.
you're obviously not meant for it.
Yeah.
Can John just start punching his hands? Just like, I want to fight it. And start moving towards it.
Okay,
Like, he'll
John,
look
that's
for
yours.
mentor. He'll look towards the mentor and
Have
be
fun.
like, am I allowed to go fight it?
And he goes, he then looks and he goes, does it seem to be right for you?
I like how it
Like-
looks.
Well then, feel free. I would like to
Okay.
point out
Bye,
these
John.
pig folk do have a tendency to work in groups.
Nah, I'd win.
Okay, John. Go on out.
That's
Bye,
fine.
John.
Nah.
Good luck.
I will probably be smart about this in character, and he'll probably try and get one like from behind or something. It's like a surprise attack
Okay.
kind of thing, but
So and he goes, so to which the mentor kind of like holds everyone back. He's like, okay, everyone observe.
Watching,
And
observing.
and so as he he kind of he walks up, and so are you trying to actually be stealthy?
probably try and be stealthy, get like a surprise attack or something on him, because I feel like that's smart. So I assume I'll roll stealth or something.
Certainly would not be a bad idea.
That's funny.
No.
Or not one.
It's an
Not
18.
one.
No, it's an 18.
Oh, an 18.
But I have a +3. I was not
So-
good on this. 21. I just was laughing because I did not expect to do any good on this.
I
Okay.
was really hoping you roll in that
So-
one and like you immediately step on a branch.
So yeah, no, sure enough, you
Guys.
not only do you manage to correctly, hide between the bushes, and it's actually kind of hard to see you, but you find one that's kind of on his own. Not only do you find one on its own, but unlike some of the other ones where you've seen where you kind of figured out there is kind of a bit of a family structure, this one seems to not only be by himself, but to be he's a little older. Definitely more experienced, and you're like, that one. So you kind of hide up right behind him. What do you do? You're right behind the guy. You could totally just grab onto him if you really wanted to.
Have a warhammer. I really just kind of want to just into his
Okay.
head.
So you're just gonna try to crack his head open with a warhammer. That's
Yeah.
Don't
pretty
forget
much.
to rage.
that checks out.
There's
That is
actual
a-
rage. That's a smart.
Okay,
thing.
so what you essentially do is scream at the top of your lungs and smack him on the head. All right. Roll. I'm gonna allow you to roll with advantage because
Ooh.
you screaming frightens him that he doesn't immediately react.
That's a 16. That's a nat 20.
Jesus. Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
Roll your
This poor
damage.
fucking guy. This poor fucking guy.
Warhammer is a D10 in 2 hands, D8 in 1 hand.
Listen, I was definitely using 2 hands because I'm just imagining him coming down.
All right. So 1d10 plus your strength modifier plus I believe at level 2 it's 3.
2. No, it's 2. Whatever, at least what I'm seeing on my sheet.
Yep.
Yeah, 2.
Kill one of the
Um,
fucking electric goblins.
That is
And don't
13 damage. 8 plus 3 plus 2.
but don't also you
Double
rolled a
that, so that's 26.
yeah.
Yes. Oh god. I might just cave this guy's skull in immediately. Oh god.
No, you don't immediately kill him,
Okay, good. I want this
but
fight to be fun!
but he does roll. But you did discombobulate him hard enough that he rolls his initiative at disadvantage.
Kadonk. I assume
Okay.
I'm rolling initiative as well.
You're rolling initiative. Yep.
That is a 16 plus 3, 19.
You definitely go first. Dude rolled a 9.
Oh, Jesus. So does that mean I'm going again, or is that
Yeah.
my turn, so he is going now?
No, you're going again.
You go again.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, I'm going with the Warhammer again. 14 plus 5, 19.
Okay.
Is that, I assume that hits.
19.
You get one more bard spell that.
Yeah, 19 definitely. You definitely whack him. That
Eight-
hits.
I got 13 damage again,
Okay.
but that's normal damage. There's no crit there, so.
Yep.
That is my turn. I'm raging, but I don't have any bonus actions to do at the moment.
All right. he's kind of discombobulated. He's just kind of like he like he tries to like gore you with his tusks like at close range. It kind of looks awkward because he looks like he's trying to kiss you, but in reality he's trying to jam his tusk into your throat.
It's just the treat me like one. Don't do me dirty.
Treat me like one.
What's your AC?
My AC is 17.
Wow, he barely passed it. He hits.
I know.
That is going to be a D8, and if he does enough damage, you may have to roll a con save for bleeding.
Makes sense.
Barbarian taking damage. How strange.
7 plus stuff. So that's going to be 11. 11 divided by 2 is 5. You take 5 damage.
Divided by 2.
He did not, because he's raging. It's a physical attack.
Okay, I didn't know he was raging. My bad.
We are both
So-
barbarians, I assume, so.
Well, he isn't. He doesn't have the ability to rage.
Oh,
He's
you're
just
no
a
puny,
big
man. You're
fucking
just
guy.
angry.
Yes,
Just a
he is.
big fucking guy.
Yeah, he's just angry.
He
As you put it.
angry. Ooh,
So
Oh, you a
he-
little peep? I'm angry.
So,
Where's your mom at?
as you can imagine, his reaction to getting smashed up on the head like that was not exactly well received. So he
Thank you,
gores you
buddy.
kind of like he kind of gores you right in the like near the throat, like just cuts. He's just really going for the kill. Obviously
Miss me,
that's
miss me, now you gotta... Oh, please don't, actually.
yeah. I think that you would remember that.
Is that his turn, or is he gonna do something else?
No, that's about it. He can't really do anything else. So where do you?
Warhammer.
That fun face is just pure disgust. In realizing that it looks like they're just making out.
That is a 13 plus 5.
18 that hits.
That hits. Yay! Ooh, 9 plus
Songs
3
about love.
is 12 plus 2 is 14. 14 damage. Yeah, hey, that's my turn.
Okay.
14 damage.
All right. He's definitely close. However, as he's kind of like
Oh,
doing this number,
oh.
no, as he's like kind of like holding up his arms like this, and he's like trying to like keep you back. You can very much see there's like a faint, like brownish, black, red glow off of him, and he's trying to like keep you at a distance. Like at this point, he's like taking the disengage action and like walking very slowly away from you.
Can I just look at him still holding my bloody ass weapon because I assume I've been bashing his skull and bleeding it. Can I
So
just
hilarious. So funnily enough, oddly enough, despite the fact that you did do what was essentially bloodied his head in, he's actually not bleeding. Like he is a tough cookie.
I'm debating between two things, but I really just want to say to him, like, so you're gonna keep fighting me, or like, do I have to kill you, or are you gonna be nice to me? What's the deal here?
He's like at this point he's kind of like kneeling like on both knees, and he's just kind of like holding himself like this. Your strong fist kind of steps forward, and he goes, "You have your chance. You can choose. You can subdue him.
Oh
and
no!
keep his spirit as it is, and have him under your control, or you can kill him and absorb his strength as your own."
Before he's even finished.
Why would you bother
Child.
asking him that kind of a question?
So you like bust his head in, and like it kind of like
Andy comes out.
so like he flattens himself against the ground. And however, the funny thing is that despite what you would expect, seeing a bunch of blood and like whatever on the ground, right? Because you just killed a living creature. You realize that him calling them spirit beasts is a little bit more literal than you thought, because as soon as he does, his whole body begins to dissipate, and the only thing left on the ground are two things. One is a little shining orb probably about this big. It's kind of a mix of brown and black and red, and a tusk. And you realize it's the same tusk that dug into your neck.
I could make a kebab with this. But do I know it? Can I turn to the mentor and be like, so what does this orb do? I assume the tusk is like a souvenir or a material.
It's a war. Yeah, it's sort of like a war trophy.
Puts it behind him or somewhere, like just to store it.
Right. And he goes, as for, well, that, you absorb it. That's the spirit orb. That would give you your strength.
Just push it into you.
I'm gonna say, he's just like, pushing
So
it in.
you push it in, and immediately you feel like, you could almost feel like, you know, like everyone has like the really small hairs on their body, right?
Yeah.
You feel that like kind of bristle almost, and you realize you have definitely gotten tougher. You raise your constitution by 1 point, and you definitely feel like stronger. Not necessarily in terms of strength, though, fortunately.
Yeah. I want to mention my constitution is a 19 now. I just keep getting a bonus of 1 to my con. Great.
Yep. So as you guys are you kind of leave that kind of behind, and you guys kind of continue going. He's insisting that you all move as a group. Something about if you guys accidentally get caught out by something bigger, it'd be kind of a problem. As you guys are kind of walking around, who used Arcana?
Me.
Dan, right? So Dan, as you're kind of like listening, you're not really paying so much attention to the sound as the words he legitimately used for how this all works out is the word he used the word feeling. So you decided to take that literally. Right? So essentially you would be doing what every like hippie wish they could do, and literally are trying to feel the vibe of the area. You're not even entirely sure what the heck that means. You just know those words exist in the same sentence. However, as it turns out, that's kind of exactly what he was asking you to do. As you're kind of like, at some point you lose yourself from the group and you kind of go off in your own direction. And you find yourself in the midst of somewhere incredibly sad. This feels a lot like the oven you were born in. Just as equally as depressing.
Damn.
Why is everything
Wayne,
depressing with
you kind of
Dan's character?
Because he started in, it's not my fault.
Because he made it depressed.
I am already pressed.
I thought I was expressed.
Yeah, I thought that was made clear. Anyway, regardless. So obviously your character
I'm
kind
gonna
of as
start
you
playing
begin,
romantic homicide.
okay. Roll performance.
Damn! Nat 20.
Okay. Hold on. Effectively has a disadvantage on this. Wow, you were lucky. So as you're kind of like, you're sitting there playing your song. I don't know what the song sounds like, but I'm going to, based
It's
off of the
sad
name of
song.
the, I was going to say, based off of the name alone, I'm going to assume it's incredibly depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, I'm reading the messages that y'all are DMing me.
This isn't very important.
So, no, yours is not. As you guys are kind of like, as you're kind of sitting there, you're not particularly paying attention. You're kind of like playing your song, and at some point, you feel something against your shoulder.
I'm still gonna play the song, but I check over my shoulder.
So checking over your shoulder, you can what you can only describe as, y'all know what a blobfish looks like?
Yes.
Oh god!
Oh god.
Oh no!
So just
Wait. Blobfish above water or underwater?
in theory, it doesn't matter.
No, like
It's
the
just,
look.
oh, above water.
Oh, so horrific and just a depressed looking pile of
So
blobs.
I'm just gonna put this here just in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I know what you're talking about. That's what I was
That thing.
clarifying whether or not what it under the water or above the water is what we were seeing.
Yeah.
Is
So
it
that
specifically the
underthing
one with the little bit of drool coming out? Like in the
is the
Mhm.
middle?
one that I just sent. It's the one that I just sent.
Does
right?
it seem like he's doing anything, or is he just sitting there?
So he's sitting there with his head. So it's like this humanoid thing with that face, and it's like sitting there, and it's just kind of like it's leaning its head on your shoulder.
Oh.
And as you're continuing your song, he begins to kind of sob and cry as you continue playing your song. And then as you are like you're still not done yet, but you can feel, you're kind of getting towards the end, and you feel something else on your other shoulder. And on your other shoulder, you see there's another one of those guys. There's like 2 or 3 of them at this point.
Oh, Bro's
By the
leading
time-
an army.
Fish.
By the time you finish, sitting in front of you is what could only be described as a small family of these things. Of like, there's like 6 or 7 of them, just kind of like,
Kill them.
they're just kind of looking at you. All of them have like these streaks going down their faces, like they're crying. However, similar to D20's situation where, he had beaten his guy down, and he started emanating like that, like kind of that energy from him. You can see the same thing is happening here. They're sitting down, they're staring at you like the world's most depressing audience, and you can definitely see that they're letting off like remnants of their spirit.
Well, mainly Typhon would kind of like sit up from the rock that he's sitting on and look at them. And unlike D20, he's not very violent. He's more like, I don't like fighting.
I mean, that's moot.
Oh, what do you mean I'm violent, man?
Oh.
Shut up.
So he's only going to take their soul essence if they are physically giving it up to him, like on their own willingly.
Would you, so to do that, would you lay your hand on one? Like, would you like touch one?
I would lay my hand on them, like
So
to,
as
like
soon as your hand, like as soon as like you put your hand on it, it goes through, and you could grab at the orb like in their body. The one in question that you happen to quite literally traverse your entire freaking arm through at this point kind of looks at you, not upset per se, but it looks like more sad before it just sobs really hard and then just poof dissipates, and you're just sitting there holding its energy as the rest of them all kind of get up, wipe their tears, and leave.
what I was going to do is as soon as I see it sob more, I would take my hand away and I'd play
Okay.
another song.
Well, All right, if you were to do that, then I'm going to retcon what I slightly said. If you're going to do that, then what it will do is it will do what I can only describe as look at you really confused before more. So roll another performance check.
As he starts his song, he would say this to them.
Seems like this is your final send off, so I might as well send you off with something nice.
They seem to cry harder when you recognize that they're trying to die.
Jesus Christ! There's
Damn. Okay.
No.
Fuck.
I don't feel bad about me killing my
23.
guy, but whatever.
What did you roll?
23.
All right, so the more you play, the more show up. By the time you're done, there's probably like, between 13 and 15 of these little guys, all kind of sitting around watching you play, all with the saddest look on their face.
After I'm finished with my song, I'll grab the orbs.
So you realize, upon grabbing one again, that the moment he starts sobbing harder and the rest begin to get quieter, as if in an unspoken way they are telling you you may only choose one.
Could I see what it would give me?
You
Before I
can't
take
tell
it.
what it. You can't. What you can tell, however, is that you can tell that some look to be older than others.
Take the older ones.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Time to live. Take the elderly.
I would say before, the how I've gotten it is they all want to die, but you may only take one of us, Current.
Sort of. The mentor will explain more later.
Typhon would stand up and say,
If you all want to die, you can all come with me. I mean, we go to really dangerous places.
he's like persuading them to join, for the rest of them to join him.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Ooh.
Okay, persuasion check at disadvantage. You think I have a +6 in persuasion? Unnatural 21. So roll a 16
Okay.
and a 14.
14 plus 6 would be 20.
20.
Natural 20.
Jack of all
You said
trades.
20.
So it's 21. Yeah. So they kind of look really sad, and a bunch of them begin to get up and leave. However, after they're done, 3 of them stay behind.
As I'm holding the orb, I'm guessing. So 3 of them except for the one that I'm holding.
No, 2 including the one you're holding.
Oh, okay.
All 3 of them kind of like, even the one that you're holding, kind of grab at their own orbs before disappearing, and you feel kind of this pain on your left arm, and on your forearm you have like 3 marks, like 3 circular marks that could almost be confused as a really concerning looking birthmark.
Guess I was more burned in the oven than I thought.
So you obviously don't get a stat increase, but you do have the opportunity essentially to essentially summon these little guys from your
Well,
arm, and they will help you.
What he was doing is he's still taking one of the orbs, but
Mm.
he's like saying to the rest, "You can join me if you want to like die." So he's still taking the orb. He's just
Yes,
making
the other
it-
two have already took out their own orbs and they went into your arm.
The third one is trying to do the same. However, because you have a hold on its own, roll me. I guess this would technically be you roll charisma and it rolls its own stat against you, and whoever wins gets their like
Desired outcome.
pretty much.
I don't think it's winning.
What
Is
makes you
this
say
plus my my charisma's a
should-
+4?
that? Yeah, just your charisma.
Okay. 23 because Jack of all trades gonna be a +1.
Jack of all trades does not apply here.
Okay, then 22.
Wow, you actually lost to the thing.
It's dead, and now it's in your arm.
Yeah, it forced
That's fine.
itself into your arm. So you have
That's fine.
3 servants. I will say though,
Three
I will
depressed
point- I will point out these things have an outrageously high intelligence, but they have an incredibly low constitution. They are glass cannons.
So these guys are
They're
gonna be my
Uber
like.
depressed.
These guys are gonna be like you know, the people that are more smart inside the kingdom. Always forget the retainers. These guys are gonna be my retainers.
Definitely not an incorrect way to go about it.
So these are guys are going to tell John how to not be stupid.
By the way, he'd immediately bring them out to walk with him. But if anybody tries to
Huh.
like step near them in a menacing manner, because he doesn't want them to feel trapped.
That's fair.
So he's being a good person. Crazy.
You don't believe it, but he may be traumatized, but he isn't an evil person.
Well,
No,
that's
I'm
what
not.
saying.
That,
It makes sense.
that,
It makes sense.
the why wasn't for that. The why was they literally just wanted to not exist, and now you're making them exist again within the
So,
outside realm.
I mean,
So,
if,
hold
if
on,
they want to
hold
go
on.
back inside his arm, he would let them.
hold on. See, here's the thing. Here's the really funny thing that y'all don't realize. As he like draws them back out, they look healthy.
Oh,
And their depressed the depressed look on their face is gone.
oh,
They're like hydrated now, like
Yeah,
hydrated
they look
blobs.
they look like hydrated blobfish, which look much happier.
It's not gonna.
If anybody tries to step near these guys in a threatening manner, he's immediately gonna put them back in his arm like a Pokeball.
No, my children.
It's
He
like,
doesn't want them to get hurt.
okay, who's next? Me or Ganta?
Yeah, that's all.
So
You can go next, Theo.
TL, what did you use again?
We both
You
used
used
perception. We both use perception. That's why I'm asking.
You both use perception. So TL, for you, you're kind of you're similar to a little similar to how
Although I will say I'm
Um,
probably like more like being probably a little bit more like stealthy with the group.
well, see, that's the thing, right? Like you have such a strong bond with the idea of death,
Yes.
right? Like you're really gung ho on this idea of like whatever it is that you're going to end up whoever it is that you're end up working with, they better be really comfortable with dead things, because otherwise you're gonna have a problem.
Yes. Which is really odd because my character is so
So-
cheerful.
hey, cheerful dead things are sometimes more terrifying than sad and glum
Gloom.
ones.
I mean, how many people do you know are more afraid of Tiny Tina than anybody else?
But you would make an exception. Ah.
No. Anyway, jokes aside, so while yes, you are kind of looking for things that are equally as stealthy as you, because you're kind of bored.
Yeah.
Hide and seek is really easy for you. You also are kind of you also are kind of looking for something that may be a predator, and that might be a little bit more comfortable with death.
Yeah.
And you very, very quickly find something once the whole weird depressed fish debacle finishes up, and that hilariously comes in the form of a small cat.
Meow meow.
First off, very obvious this thing is not full grown. It is a kitten.
Oh.
Also, based on the fact that the thing chirps more than it meows, it definitely belongs in the big cat group of things. I don't know if you know the difference.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like a. So how do I put this? It's not a domestic cat.
Oh yeah.
It's a warrior cat.
She doesn't care. She's calling it Fluffy and following it.
I mean, that is an understandable reaction. The cat noted. Let's see. I need you to roll stealth.
That is 18 plus 7.
Okay. So yeah, you definitely catch this thing off guard. You catch this thing off guard, and it kind of makes this very interesting, like, chirping, but also a chirp and a yip sound kind of thing. It's like kind of I don't know how to
Yeah, like surprised, like what the fuck where'd you come
Properly.
from?
yeah. However, the thing that makes you incredibly happy are two things. One, you're going to realize that's not a normal tail.
Is it a
That-
displacer kit?
That tail is made up of many other smaller tails. And two, thanks,
Oh.
Donta, for ruining it as the thing blinks and disappears.
I was right. It's a displacer kitten. Displacer
just-
kitten.
It literally just gone.
I'm going to look for it again.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you, TL.
Love
I'm
Space
so happy
Kitten.
for you.
Roll a
Fucking
perception
love
check
Space
as you
Kitten.
as you have now been officially placed under hide and seek with a displacer kitten.
Their
Unnat
magic
20.
card is so cute.
Unnat 20. Okay.
What's displacer kitty got?
What has this Blazer Kitty got?
Alright. Displacer kitten actually got the same number. However, I'm going to rule on the fact that since you definitely have a higher whatchamacallit, you definitely have a much higher modifier. You catch it. Or you at least see it. Let
Okay.
me put it that way.
I want to stealth up to it again and catch it.
Alright. So you grab them, right? So you
Yeah.
kind of like do one of those numbers. Roll dexterity.
Give me a sec. That is unnatural 20.
Okay. You snatch its legs, and as it panics and it
Oh, no.
teleports, I need you to roll me an athletics check.
Does it have to be athletics? Can it be acrobatics?
you're holding on for dear life.
Damn it.
I'm afraid. Because you're teleporting with it. You're
Okay, it's an
blinking
18.
with it.
It's
One
an
second.
18.
1 second.
Wait, well, we have this personal. Give us 1 second.
Can we put a pause? I gotta go let my buddy in.
Go for it.
Oh, here. Yeah, I come pause.
Buff queen.
Alright. So, back to what we were doing.
Apologies. After a very amusing 2 hours, where I may or may not have probably had more therapy than I've had in the last 6 months, we're back. I'd like to inform one of our members decided to go to sleep because it is a little late for them and ungodly late for me. Not that that's a problem. So I believe someone was chasing a displacer beast.
Yes, I had rolled a, like 21 or something to hold on to.
On strength to hold on to them while they were blinking.
Yes, it
Well,
was athletics.
congratulations. You managed to hold on. Small problem with that. You weigh a lot more than the cat does.
Yes.
And what you realized is that there is a bit of momentum when you teleport.
Flying.
Both of you got thrown into the middle of the plains.
Oh.
Why is this a problem? Well, Ganta, here is where you see your guy.
Fuck.
Standing over both of them, looking like he's about to eat a nice big snack.
I'm gonna drop kick him.
Which head?
Whichever one's going down towards them first.
All right, there's like 3 of them.
I'll aim for the center one.
Cool.
Would you like to
That's a
describe
natural
what's
20.
trying to eat me?
Not yet.
Well,
I'm gonna kick it in the face first.
so you fly, you kind of like without thinking twice, you just pole vault yourself off of a smaller tree, and you miss the heads entirely. What you
A
do end up
natural
hitting.
20?
Let me explain.
Okay.
You end up hitting the actual torso as you knock it over. Now, what is this thing you just kicked? Well, the dust kind of clears as all of you kind of stand back. The kitten, squarely terrified and deciding that perhaps sitting on the back of this odd creature that's been trying to catch me with little to no malintent is a better idea than whatever the hell that thing is. The displacer beast places itself squarely on TL's back, and it will refuse to move.
That's fine. I'm going to scoosh my ass back away from whatever this big ass beast is that's tried to eat me.
What is this big ass beast that tried to eat you, you may ask? Why, it's none other than a gigantic, young, relatively speaking, Hydra with only 5 heads.
A Hydra? My god, I just drop kicked a Hydra?
A young one.
Drop kick the
It's a
Hydra.
keep in mind, I'd like to point out,
It is
It's
a
a-
young one.
it is a very young one,
I get that.
which means it's about the size of a small house rather than the size of like a mountain or something.
Are we all there or is Ganta just there in TL?
I'm
Oh,
backing
you-
away. I'm like scooching my ass back, being like,
I'm
nope.
Do you guys need help?
Nah, I think I'm good. I appreciate it though.
Oh,
Um,
He's
okay.
got a bag.
you
He's got
think
his
about
like bag
this?
of apples just.
So like you turn to like tell, you turn to tell your compatriot that you're fine, only to turn around and see that there is a head stabbed like maybe 2 feet away from you. It's like it apparently has some rather janky aim with its heads.
Okay.
It comes back up and all 5 heads are like,
You sure you guys are okay?
Okay, I'm just gonna aim for its center of mass again. Fuck the heads. I'm just gonna aim for its center of mass again.
Okay. I need you to roll to hit.
Another natural 20.
Crazy.
Crazy.
I wish I was fucking with you.
I know. Okay.
I would like to
You-
hit it with my bag of apples. And there's currently 20 in it, so it's a d20 of damage.
And D20 plus in this case it does count as a monk weapon, so it is Dex.
And it's double damage.
Ah.
20. 20.
You did not. You did
You
not.
did not.
So that's 40
How much damage?
plus.
So
Max damage, plus 3, so that's 23 plus
46 damage.
yeah, 46 damage with a bag of apples. Just go boom.
Okay. 1, 2, 3,
It's still up.
1, 2, 3, 4. One head is conscious. The other 5 are out. The other 4 are out cold.
But
Uh,
looks like he's got that.
It looks at you angrily as it decides to completely forego the idea of using its head to stab you and just go. Ew.
How to
He's spitting fucking venom at me.
What's your AC?
At the current moment is 16.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
yeah.
he hit you.
I gathered that.
9 damage, and I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Gotcha. That will be a 18.
You're not poisoned,
Yes.
but it's definitely not happy at you.
All right. Cool.
I will point out, however, you do see a sickly green aura coming off of the back of it, so you know it's not, it's like on its last stand.
Yeah. No, I don't want to kill him. I want to recruit this guy. I
Okay.
want to. Are you kidding me? A Hydra as a spirit animal? If I could recruit that shit?
So
Like,
it's
I
just,
love
it's
this
one of
space
the-
kids, but
so it's like
Hydra?
so it's sitting there just like
Just start mimicking it.
okay. It's going to slit its eyes as if it's pissed. Like, you're copying me now?
Yeah, like you're taunting me?
Can I attempt to grapple this head
Okay.
so I could talk to it? And put myself in a position where I'm not within spitting or biting distance.
Alright, roll you know,
Be
either it's roll athletics.
I got an 18.
That's crazy. 3 nat 20s, 2 18s.
My dice like me. Also, thank God I got those. It's a fucking Hydra, Dan.
Oh,
You got some blobfish. I'm fucking with a Hydra right now.
I'm about to say, you gave me 3 fucking blobfish, bro. It's a Hydra.
yeah, those blobfish are spellcasters.
Yeah. You were better off than I am, my friend. You got some powerful ass spellcasters.
I'm
Real
going
question
to
is, do they respawn like Pokemon?
you don't know that yet.
I'm gonna kill one. No. No.
I will point out though, not only are they spellcasters, they're spellcasters with a +6 in intelligence.
Damn!
Oh.
They have like a 24?
Yeah.
What spells do they have? Do I get to choose those?
Currently, all of them have Firebolt, Magic Missile, and
Hold up.
cure
1 second.
wounds that they can only use on themselves.
I think he had to run to the
Oh
bathroom.
my god, it's Sheriganta. It's Sherigon. I can have all these guys casting magic missile. That'd be crazy.
Sorry, I got informed I was being too loud.
Oh.
Okay, so does an 18 get me where I want to be?
It does.
Yes.
Now
So-
what do you say to the Hydra, babe?
As I'm holding this Hydra, as I'm holding this Hydra's singular conscious head in a grapple, just so I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying to you, but two things can happen. Either I kill you and I take your power, which I don't want to do, or preferable thing that I would like to do is recruit you to be an ally for me. Kind of like him with his blobfish and her with her little kitten there.
So, the Hydra, first off, you realize almost immediately, kind of has a bit of a hard time understanding you.
Can I cast comprehend languages on Gantha?
You'd have to touch
Speak
him.
with animals.
Oh.
Would that work?
I don't have to speak with animals.
Also, speak with animals would also technically require you to touch him.
Oh.
Unless you come down here, I can't do anything. Or unless I can climb up there.
Well, there is one thing you can do.
You could have
The
one of your
blob-
guys do it.
The blobfish act like familiars. You can transmit touch spells through them.
That is true.
Do they die?
No.
Because you.
No,
what-
there's
what are-
one
what are
conscious
their-
head that I have grappled, my guy.
Oh yeah, that's right. But they can still stomp. But whatever.
Not really.
Oh okay, then I'll just send. I'll just go up there myself then.
So I assume you just kind of poke
Poke
Nganda's
Gonta in
character.
the
Just
foot. Just poke him in the foot.
Why poke him in the foot? That's weird. I like pat him on the back.
Because he's grappled a head.
Off it up.
That might be higher than you being able to grapple. You being able to touch his back.
your height.
Yeah, your height.
Oh, if he is higher, then I just poke his thigh or his leg.
Yeah.
Okay. So comprehend languages. You realize that the hissing that it's making is speech. As it goes, can you really? Did you really have to hold me like this? Could you not have found a better way to do it? You literally have never used deodorant in your life, have you?
My apologies for that. I will get some when I have the time to.
What do you want?
As I said, either I kill you and take your power, or you can come with me and be my companion. Like him with his blobfish and her with her.
You
cat.
pathetic wormling. You think I'm going to just join you just because you got a lucky shot?
Well, it's either that or I kill you. So I would prefer not to. I have a preference, but
That guy can break your neck.
Go ahead, decapitate me. See if that'll do you any good.
oh no, I'm not gonna decapitate you.
He'll hit you
I'm
in
going
your
to-
tummy.
Break your neck. I'm not gonna chop them off. As far as I remember, hydras can't regenerate broken necks. They regenerate chopped off ones. And if that doesn't work, well, in the time it takes for you to regenerate, I could probably get to your core or your heart.
He kind of seems to think about it for a real hot second, only for him to realize that you're completely in the right. There really isn't a lot he could do about a broken neck. And so he thinks, so he's kind of like, you could definitely see that he's really thinking about it. as his kind of angry growling that he was making, that was obviously speech, turns into something more like annoyance, like
Fair
a
enough.
grunt of irritation.
Fair enough.
And he goes, "You are fortunate that we Hydras are a solitary species, and that you caught me when I was young.
What? He's
Were I,
saying?
were I older and more powerful, you would not be so lucky."
I would agree.
What's he saying?
He then
But-
points out one other fact that you realize was the entire singular reason why you won this fight. And the fact that you managed to pick out my immortal head doesn't make it any better.
Call it luck of the draw for this one. I agree with you. This was lucky.
Well, at least you have the sense to at least realize that. He then, like, the spirit kind of, like, dissipates, and you feel something burning on your back. You are not powerful enough to call out my full form, but feel free to call out my heads when necessary.
Heard. Ow.
Can I cast a healing word on him to stop the burning?
Oh, it happens regardless. It's not from the body. Let me put it that way.
I would still take the heals. I did lose 9 HP.
Yeah, I'll heal him anyways.
Thank you.
So, healing word.
I'll look at the displacer kitty and be like, "Are you gonna stay with me? I don't understand you, but you wanna stay with me?" As I'm like petting it.
The cat does a little mule.
I still have comprehend languages, so I could.
I was
translate.
literally about to say I'd go up to Tails' character.
Don't waste
Poke
spells on
them.
that. You still already have it active. I still have it active, so.
So, Ganta, you definitely understand that the cat is saying something along the lines of, "You kidding me? Of course I'm gonna stay. What makes you think I'm leaving?"
I'm offering
The
it
answer is a
pets.
resounding yes. The
I'm
answer is a
offering it
resounding
pets.
yes.
Well, it's not only that; it's the fact that apparently, there's one other interesting thing about this particular displacer beast.
Ooh.
Gunther, you're healed to full. Because I healed you for 10.
It has heptophobia,
I don't know what that is.
unreasonable fear of snakes and
Oh.
reptiles.
So unlike my real cat, that actually gets along with Levi.
Oh,
Yes.
that's awesome.
To put it bluntly, if this cat were to ever meet Levi in a joking sense, right? He would kill him out of sheer utter terror.
For anyone
Nothing
who's
else.
watching, Levi is my bearded dragon that
Oh.
sits in my cage. He and my actual cat S'mores has no issues with Levi.
I had a
Unlike this cat,
suggestion
who
to
would,
name the cat s'mores.
in a fit of irony,
No,
That was my
I'm
suggestion.
gonna name
to
this
you.
cat
They said
Fluffy.
no.
even though it's not fluffy.
because it's so fluffy, I'm gonna die.
Exactly, for anyone who knows.
Please
what
tell
I
me
mean.
someone. was
If
gonna
you,
say, I
if
hope
you know, you
someone
know.
got
If
the
you
name.
don't, shame on you. Watch better movies.
Agreed.
Does it become a summon or does it just like
Yeah.
stay on my shoulder forever?
So it too becomes a summon.
Where does it go? Does it go on my arm, my shoulder?
It decides to stay on the back of your left hand.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like you'd like the joke that I made when you were gone. I said, I'm gonna get so many summons. I'm gonna make another fort, and I'm gonna claimed.
No, no, I refuse.
Okay, so we all go back to our mentor.
He looks at you completely astonished, and then he says, "My, I was not expecting that." He kind of scratches. He kind of scratches at his chin for a minute. Well, do you feel okay? Usually this sort of thing requires assimilation
Oh,
and
fine.
what?
I got a baby displacer beastie. Kitty. His name is Fluffy.
He seems really just. So, you guys definitely didn't notice this attitude before before you on with you know John and his encounter, mostly because he attributes the idea that John managed to defeat his enemy because he snuck up on him. However, it's very clear he's terrified of your potential.
Oh, of me?
Of
No,
like
no, no, all of you.
us.
All
All
of
of
us?
us.
Okay.
Why? I just played songs and I attract so many beasts that they just came to me.
That being
Uh.
said, I'm not. I'm sure you guys have already figured out what sort of literature this is, right?
Yeah.
So, which hilariously enough, you guys are very much playing into the wuxia novels, and
Yeah.
this is a very common thing. Though, have you figured out your role in all of this?
Reviving a dead sect is my assumption.
No, you're the protagonists.
Oh shit!
Oh shit, let's go!
Let's go!
Fuck.
So congratulations, you guys have become the protagonists of a wuxia novel. And your whole
Yes.
and before you ask, yes, your entire goal is to revive Strong Fist's old sect.
So I was right. That was our whole goal. I was right.
But of course that requires you guys to be strong enough to literally prove yourselves.
So we got a long fucking way to go.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, worst case scenario, because of some things, they'll be leaving for about 6 months, potentially up to a year. Not sure how long.
We'll be
I-
back, and we'll be
I would
we'll be
actually
back, and we'll be
ask them
fucking shit up
something.
in some other ways.
I would actually
Worst case scenario, you'll see text responses from me. It'll be really interesting. I'll leave riddles as to what they're doing.
We'll do we'll do play by posts.
Potentially.
Yeah. Don't worry.
I actually wanted to ask this man something. I wanted to know if he knows if summons revive after they die. 'Cause
He
he's been
goes.
longer than me.
He goes. Well, as far as I'm concerned, and he kind of lets go. He kind of scrunches up his shoulders a little before a what can only be described as a tiny dragon pops out of his shoulder.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Summons don't exist in a corporeal form. They will return as many times as they wish. Just don't antagonize them. They can leave.
Okay.
Ah, so got it. So I need to build a better relationship with mine.
I think
That-
my summons like me.
Oh, let's hope so.
I think my kitty likes me.
I'm guessing I can just straight up tell if they like me or not because they're
It's,
blob.
I mean, in this case, yes, the blobfish don't exactly. How do I put this? They don't exactly have complex thought.
Ah, okay.
And yet
They
they
got
have a
basic.
Do-
Okay, they
do
got
you-
basic.
Do you
got basic
recall
sentience.
you were looking at a? Okay, have you ever heard of the joke of "there is not a thought behind those eyes"?
Mhm.
That's
Wait,
them.
wait. I have something perfect for this. Where's it? Here it is.
Not a drop of pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Now the funny thing is, despite how unintelligent they seem, it's not that they're unintelligent. It's they're not sapient, is what
Mm.
it is. they're not. They don't have their own. Like, it's not that they have emotions, but they don't have like thoughts, feelings, and grand dreams like a lot of.
They don't have
other-
elaborate thinking.
Yeah, they don't have super elaborate thinking. But, but they do have they do have emotions.
By the
Them
way,
being
Jonathan.
them being depressed is a real thing.
Yep. Jonathan, by the way, even if you were poisoned, my kid would immediately run over to you because he's worried, and he would play David's lyre.
Ah, okay.
Which would heal you.
I love the fact that I just like, all right, I got a crit. All right, cool. I got a crit with bag of apples. All right, max damage.
Alright, what am
Bag
I
of
hitting?
apples, max damage is insane.
Yeah,
I would like to.
it's-
I knocked out 4 of.
Did you end the
4 of
recording?
5 heads.
I
Dale,
For
are
that.
we
going
are we
to-
all